62 of the Voice of Punk. I'm your host, VJF Punk. So I just got done watching episode 3 of the last season of Sons of Anarchy, and compared to the other two, this episode was a lot more calm. There wasn't a lot of. I'm not going to say there wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot that happened because there was, but it was a lot more low key. It was a lot. It was just in a calmer pace. If that makes any sense. Um. No Henry Lynn this episode, which I was actually kind of surprised about. But in this episode, like people saw from the previews, there is the meeting, which I'm going to talk about first. The scene between Chibs and Juice. I thought that scene was really well done. For me personally, I think it really told the history. That scene between Juice and Chibs, I think it showed the history between these two characters. And I love the way how Tommy Flanagan, the man who plays Chibs, I love the way how he played it. You can tell he was pissed off. Like, he was pissed off and he was like, why the hell are you here? I don't even want to look at you. But at the same time, you can see that care, that you can tell he still loves Juice as his own son or as his own brother. And the same thing from Juice. And Juice saying, I want to win my way back into the club. And, Chibs telling him to go kill himself. And then Juice, his expression changes. He has the same expression where Jax told him that he betrayed him in the last episode of season 6. And he just tells, Chibs, I love you, brother, then he leaves. So, to me, I think that's going to lead to Juice going to the Mayans. Maybe telling Marcus that Gemma killed Tara. Maybe, I think that's what it's going to lead to, that whole scene between Chibs and Juice. I also get the feeling that Chibs is actually going to either help out Juice or something like that, or like in a way, or maybe kind of forgive him. I don't know, but that scene was really good between Juice and Chibs at the diner. But anyway, for the rest of the episode was actually very much it was very centered around the Niners and August Marks. Turns out August Marks is getting very suspicious of Jax. And there's one thing that I really have to say about Jax is either he's A, a horrible liar, or B, everyone around him are taking dumb pills. Because when he's lying, like, I know the audience knows that he's lying, and the characters don't know that he's lying, but I don't get it. Like, I think it's on purpose, but he's not convincing when he's lying. And I think August Marks really caught on to that. Because the scene in the limo where I love the line that August Marks says after, Jax tell him, it wasn't us who killed the Chinese, it wasn't us who attacked, it wasn't us who killed these people. And just the look on August Marks' face and the way he says this line, what did he say? He said, the main difference between me and Mr. Pope is that Mr. Pope got around being the smartest man. I got around of being the deadliest. Don't cross me, Jackson. I was like, oh my god. Like, when he said that, I was like, okay, later on this season, there's going to be a bloodbath, and maybe August Marks is going to be the one that causes death to the Sons. Who knows? If that really did happen, if August Marks turns out to be the guy who destroys the Sons, I would actually be okay with that, because for me personally, I love August Marks. I love that character. And there was also like that speech before in the last episode talking about patience. and what Mr. Pope taught him, the most important thing was patience. So with that, in that scene, this episode, it really gives the idea that maybe August Marks is going to be the guy who, hey Sly, my cat's in my room. But it really gives off the scene. Really gives off the hint that maybe August Marks is going to be the one who either kills Jax, or maybe the one who is the one who is going to destroy the Sons. We also get some scenes with with Rat Boy and Brooke. That really to say that meme. That really I can't say it, but I went quickly between Rat Boy and Brooke. I think in the premiere they were dancing together, and now this one they're full out doing it, like just with the baby in the room, the most classiest scene I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, wow. Just flat out, like, they don't hide anything. There's just, bam, two people having sex. With the baby in the carriage, god damn. And Wendy comes in, she's like, Jesus Christ, guys. And she takes Thomas out of the room, and, that scene was pretty funny. Yeah, there's really not much I can really talk about in this episode, because the story mostly follows Jackson and getting, Tyler, which I wish Tyler had more screen time, because, in the past seasons, since season 5, I think it was, when he became the new leader of the One-Niners, his character was kind of like the, he kind of got the point that he wasn't a leader. And in this episode, you kind of see he's kind of involved into, hey buddy. Yes, Sly likes the show too. Hey buddy. He's like, fuck you. But, you kind of get the feeling that in this episode, you kind of get the feeling that Tyler is more comfortable in his role, and I wish there was more screen time showing that, because it was kind of, for me anyway, it was kind of a huge difference from last time we saw him to now, where he was like, taking, like, looking out threats and, giving these threats to Jax, saying like, there's internal beef, internal beef, and I need this to be taken care of. And it was such a I'm not going to say departure, but it was just such a contrast between him now in season 7 and him when we first met him in season 5. I think we saw him a couple times in season 6, but even then it was still kind of that underlining where he wasn't really a good leader. But for some reason, like, he seems more comfortable now, and I just wish they showed more of that. There's also, with Gemma's storyline, I didn't really care about Gemma's story this episode. With, that one father, going to the escort business and, taking money from his daughter who works there, and, he hits Gemma, and then, Nero comes in, he's like, you motherfucker, burn! Beats him up, throws him on a table, like, beats the shit out of him and stuff. Other than that, she tricks Jackson again in the episode ends with Gemma sending Jax after this guy, and she's like, son, that guy beat me, beat him up. He's like, oh, hey, mom, bam, 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 fuck you. Which I am actually convinced that maybe Jax killed the guy, because I actually think that Jax probably crushed his skull with that little curve stomp he did. I'm not talking about the Seth Rollins curve stomp. I'm talking about, like, gangster. The hell that? Anyway, the gangster curve stomp. But I want to talk about Nero for a bit, actually. I'm really interested to see where Nero's going right now, because you see him being forced into going after the Rogue Niners by the Mayans, and you see him, actually taking out a fucking machine gun, just, the worst sound effect ever, but, just taking out these Niners. And the last shot you see of him is at Jim's place, I think. He sits down at a table, pulls his cross out, and just holds it. And I don't know what that was supposed to show. Maybe he is upset with himself. He's probably upset with Gemma for bringing him back into the life that he wanted away from. But I'm really interested where Nero's going this season. And I'm hoping he lives the show. I'm hoping at the end he doesn't die, because he's one of the characters who I want to live. So I hope Nero does not die from this. And I really hope this whole gang war storyline will end soon. Mostly because, I think I speak for most fans. We all know that Gemma killed Tara, and it is hard for us fans to watch these scenes with Jax and Gemma, and I just feel that it's going to get tiring after a while. So maybe 2 more episodes of this gangster storyline. After that, I think it will be dragged on too long. I think by episode 7, Jax should find out that, Gemma killed Tara. Or maybe episode 7, maybe somebody finds out, and, there has to be a time where Gemma is thrown under the bus. And I just hope that this, like I said, I just hope this gang war storyline doesn't go on too much, and it's kind of hard to watch Jax just digging a bigger and bigger hole for himself, because I have a feeling at the end of all this, I have a feeling that Jax will not be able to stop or get forgiveness, because he is just going on a rampage right now. And in a way, I understand what Kurt Sutter is trying to say with Jax right now is he's grieving from the death of his wife, and he's not listening to reason. He's just given this information, and to him, he's okay. He's okay, so this is what's been told to me. This is what happened. And, I don't remember if I said this or not, but I was hoping and one of the members of the Sons would actually talk to Jax and say, okay, what the hell are you doing? You're just creating enemies, enemy after enemy after enemy. And to me, it kind of seemed like Bobby was actually starting to speak up there. I think it was near the end of the episode, Bobby was like, hey, if you want to slow down, you can understand. And it was almost, you kind of get the feeling from Bobby's tone of voice, it was almost like he was saying, you have to slow down. You have to stop. If you don't, bad shit is going to happen, boy. And, of course Jax is like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. Fuck you. When I saw that, I was looking at his screen. I was like, listen to Bobby! He's the smartest member of the club, you dumb son of a bitch. So you blonde, British, southern son of a bitch, the hell you are. I hope Bobby really talks some sense into Jax soon, because this is just getting too, Jax is just being stupid right now. And like I said, I understand what they're trying to do, but it's just I think it's just hard for the fans to really accept Jax now. You really root for him, because even though Jax is the main character, I don't really want him to live at the end. It's just how everything's going. Sorry, my hair is really bugging me right now. I have blonde hair and my hands are just moving. Touch it. But wow, I went way up top. Anyway, um, yeah, but like I said, this was a good episode. I liked it. It was a lot more calmer, and that's why it was kind of hard for me to really talk about it because there wasn't really much going on. We got one scene from Jury, saying he knew, he confirmed to Bobby that he knew Gibby, one of the two guys who the Sons killed in the last episode, and I was kind of disappointed in that. I thought they would focus on that more, but he was only in there for one scene, and maybe the next episode is going to have a bigger role, but I don't know. It's just yeah, maybe a few more episodes they're going to come back to that, but I was really disappointed that they only had one moment with Jerry, and it wasn't really that exciting. It was just him talking on the phone and then having a beer and staring at the gun that he found, and the audience knows that Jerry knows that Bobby is lying, and so I'm expecting my prediction of Jerry is that he's not going to ask any questions anymore. He's going to roll up to to Sam Crow's clubhouse and just go guns and blazing. That's what I'm predicting. It's going to happen anytime soon, I think. Oh, and before I leave, I want to talk about one more thing. I'm really liking the sheriff. The sheriff I'm really liking now. Jax and Chibs finally meet the sheriff, and there's a little something going on between Chibs and the sheriff. There's a little spark, if you know what I mean. There's a little spark, and yeah, so there's a little spark going on between Chibs and the sheriff, and sorry. But there's a little something going on there, a little twinkle in the eye, a little twinkle in the eye, a little hot, like the hot starting to flow, you know what I mean? Yeah, so maybe that's going to be enough for Chibs. I don't know, but I like where that's going between the sheriff and Chibs, and it looks like she's going to be like Unser 2.0, almost seems like, to the club. Which is kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to the sheriff. I'm looking forward to see where her story goes. So but that's it for this episode. And before I leave again, I want to say my review for episode 4 is going to be late. I'm busy next week. I'm busy this coming week. It's my birthday on Wednesday, which is when I'm able to watch Sons of Anarchy. So I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to say by next Saturday I should have a review out. So for those of you who watch me, my review is going to be out next Saturday for the next episode. It's not going to be out on Wednesday because I'm going to be busy. But I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. If you guys liked episode 3, comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like, tell me whatever's on your mind. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.